Hey, welcome back. I'm Dom.
And I'm Larissa. Welcome to English Flowing.
Okay, so I want to start with something real. When I was young, maybe 14 or 15, I tried something new. I tried to join the school football team, and I was so nervous. I remember standing outside the door before the test. My hands were cold, my heart was fast.
Oh, I know that feeling.
And I went in and I tried. And I didn't get in. I didn't make the team.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I remember walking home alone. I felt so bad. I felt like I failed, like something was wrong with me.
I understand that feeling. It's a very heavy feeling.
It is. But you know what? That moment, that small, quiet, sad moment, it taught me something big. It taught me more than many of my happy moments.
That's so true. Sometimes the hard moments teach us the most.
Yes, and that's what today is about. Today, we're going to talk about success and failure, what they feel like, what they mean, and why both of them are actually important.
I love this topic. I think a lot of people are afraid of failure. They don't want to fail. They want to succeed every time.
Right, and I understand that, but we're going to talk about that today. We're going to share some stories, some real moments, some feelings.
And if you're new here, welcome. This podcast is for English learners. We speak slowly and clearly so you can follow along easily.
Yes, and if you're already a listener, thank you so much. You make this podcast special.
If you enjoy this episode, please like the video and subscribe. It really helps us a lot.
It really does. Okay, let's get started.
So, Dom, you already shared your football story. That was a really honest moment.
Yeah, I don't share that story a lot, but I think it's important. It was a real moment of failure for me. I was young, I was sad, I didn't know what to do.
What did you do after you walked home?
Honestly, I just sat in my room. I was quiet. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I felt embarrassed.
That makes sense. Failure can feel very personal. Like it's not just the thing that failed, it feels like you failed.
Exactly. That's exactly how it felt. Not, I didn't make the team, but I am not good enough.
Yes, and those are very different things.
Very different. But I didn't know that then. I had to learn that later.
I have a story too. Can I share it?
Please, yes.
Okay, so this is from school. I was maybe 16, and we had to do a presentation in front of the class, a big one, and I worked very hard. I prepared everything. I had notes, I practiced at home in front of the mirror.
Oh, that's very serious preparation.
I know, I was so nervous, so I prepared a lot. But then the day came. I stood in front of everyone, the teacher looked at me, all the students looked at me, and my mind went empty.
No way.
Yes, empty, like a white page. I forgot everything I practiced, everything I prepared.
Oh no, Larissa.
I stood there for maybe 30 seconds, and I said nothing. 30 seconds feels very long when everyone is watching you.
That sounds so hard.
It was very hard. I started to feel hot, my face was red, and then I just said, I'm sorry, I need a moment. And I took a breath, and I started again, slowly, and I finished the presentation.
You finished it?
I finished it. Not perfectly, but I finished it.
That's actually amazing. That takes a lot of strength.
I didn't feel strong in that moment. I felt very small. But after I finished, I felt something different. I felt like I did something hard, and I survived.
That's a beautiful word for it. You survived. And that's a kind of success too.
Yes, I think it is.
You know, I think a lot of people have moments like yours, where the mind goes empty, where the fear takes over.
And the natural thing is to want to run away, to stop. But you stayed.
You stayed. That's important.
Okay, so I want to talk about something I hear a lot, a fear that many people have, not just in English, but in life.
What is it?
The fear that if you fail once, that means something is wrong with you, that failure means you are not good enough, that other people will think less of you.
Oh, yes. I know this fear very well.
And I think this fear stops people from trying, because if you don't try, you can't fail.
And if you can't fail, no one will see you fail.
That makes sense. It feels safe to not try.
It feels safe. But is it really safe?
No, because then you also don't grow. You don't learn. You stay in the same place.
Exactly. And I think this is a very important thing to understand. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success.
Say that again. I love that.
Failure is part of success. The two are connected. You can't really have one without the other.
I think when people see someone successful, someone who seems confident and happy and good at things, they don't see all the failures that happened before.
Right. They see the result. They don't see the road.
And the road has a lot of hard moments, a lot of falling down, a lot of trying again.
And I think that's what we want to talk about today. The road, not just the result.
Because the road is where the real learning happens.
Exactly. You know, I want to share another story. A little later in my life. I was 22. I got my first real job. I was so happy, so excited.
That's a great feeling.
It was a great feeling. But then, the first week, I made a big mistake. I sent the wrong file to an important person, the wrong document, and my manager called me.
Oh no.
And I remember my heart stopped. I was so scared. I thought, that's it. They will fire me. My first week, and I already made a big mistake.
What happened?
My manager was actually very calm. She said, Dom, you sent the wrong file. That's okay. Just send the right one now and learn from this.
Wow, she was very kind.
She was, and I was surprised. I expected her to be angry, but she wasn't. She was calm.
That's a good manager.
The best. And that moment taught me something. I thought, if she is calm, maybe this is not the end of the world. Maybe mistakes are normal.
Maybe they're just part of the work.
Exactly. I was nervous. I was very nervous. But she helped me see that one mistake doesn't mean everything is over.
I had a moment like that too. Not at work, but with a friend. I said something wrong. I didn't mean to be unkind, but my friend felt hurt.
That happens.
Yes, and I felt terrible. I kept thinking about it. I said to myself, you are a bad friend. You always say the wrong thing.
I understand that feeling. We can be very hard on ourselves.
Very hard. But then I called her. I said, I'm sorry. I didn't want to hurt you. I care about you. And she said, I know. I was just sad for a moment. I forgive you.
That's a beautiful thing to hear.
It was. And after that conversation, I felt lighter, like something heavy was gone. And I learned, when you make a mistake with someone you care about, the best thing is to say sorry, honestly, simply.
Simple and honest. Those two things go so far.
They really do.
You know, I think about children a lot when I think about failure. Because children fail constantly. They fall down when they learn to walk. They say the wrong words when they learn to talk. But they don't give up. They just try again.
Yes, children don't think, I am a bad walker. They just stand up and try again.
They don't judge themselves. They just keep going. And then one day, they walk, they run, they jump.
Because they never stopped trying.
Exactly. And I think somewhere as we grow up, we lose that. We start to be afraid of looking bad. We start to think that failing means something is wrong with us.
We become afraid of judgment, of what other people think.
And that fear can stop us completely.
So how do we get back to that feeling of, just try, it's okay?
I think it starts with being kind to yourself, like your manager was kind to you, like your friend was kind to you. We need to be that kind person to ourselves, too.
That's hard sometimes.
It is hard, but it's possible, and it's something you can practice.
I want to share one more story. This one is about learning English, actually.
Oh, this is perfect.
So when I started learning English, I was maybe 13. I was in class, and the teacher asked me a question in English, and I tried to answer. And I said something completely wrong. The grammar was wrong, the word was wrong, and some students laughed.
Oh, Larissa, that's awful.
It was, and I felt so embarrassed. I didn't want to speak in class again. For weeks, I was quiet. I was scared. If the teacher asked me something, I said, I don't know, even when I knew the answer.
Because the fear of being wrong was bigger than wanting to try.
Yes, the fear was very big. I was nervous, very nervous, every class.
What changed for you?
One day, a different teacher asked me something, and I answered, wrong again. But this teacher said, good try, you are learning, let me show you the right way.
Not laughing, just helping.
Just helping. And that changed everything for me. I started to feel safe. I started to try more, and slowly, I got better.
Because someone made you feel safe to fail.
Yes, and I think that is so important. When you feel safe, you try more, and when you try more, you learn more.
I love this. And I think this is exactly what English Flowing tries to be for our listeners. A safe place, a calm place, where it's okay to listen and not understand everything, where it's okay to be a beginner.
Yes, you don't have to be perfect, you just have to try.
You just have to keep listening, keep trying, and you will grow.
I was nervous, but I tried, and slowly it got better. I think that is the real story of learning anything.
I was nervous, but I tried. I love that. That's a real sentence for life.
For English, for work, for friendships, for everything.
For everything.
Okay, let's talk about some practical things. Real things that can help when you face failure or when you are trying to do something hard.
I love this part.
One thing that helps a lot is to remember that feelings are not facts. When you fail, you feel bad. That's normal. But the feeling, that feeling of I am not good enough, that is just a feeling. It's not true.
Yes, I feel nervous does not mean I am bad. It just means I am human.
Exactly. Feelings come and go. They are not permanent, and they are not always telling you the truth. So when you feel bad after a failure, try to remember, this feeling will pass, and it doesn't mean something is wrong with me.
Another thing that really helps is to talk to someone, a friend, a family member, someone you trust.
Yes, when we keep our failure inside, it becomes bigger, it grows. But when we talk about it, when we say it out loud, it often becomes smaller.
Because you realize that other people understand, that you are not alone.
That you are not alone. That's so important. We all fail. We all have hard days. And knowing that someone else understands, that helps so much.
Something important to remember is small steps are still steps. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do everything at once. One small step every day is enough.
I really believe this. When I failed at football, I didn't join the team that day, but I practiced. Small steps. And a few years later, I played with friends every week, and I was actually good.
Small steps. I love that. And the steps add up.
They really do.
One thing that helps a lot is also to celebrate small successes, not just the big ones. When you understand one sentence in English, celebrate that. When you try something new, celebrate that. When you say sorry and you feel better, celebrate that.
Yes, we wait for the big success, but the small ones are happening every day.
Every single day.
And the last thing I want to say, and I think this is maybe the most important, is this. Keep going. Even when it's hard. Even when you feel tired. Even when you feel like you are not moving forward. Keep going. Keep going. Because the only real failure is stopping completely. If you keep going, even slowly, you are always moving forward.
I was nervous, but I kept going. And that made all the difference.
That made all the difference.
Okay, let's take a small moment to remember what we talked about today.
Yes, we talked about failure and success and how they are connected. How failure is not the end. It is part of the road.
We shared some personal stories, moments when we felt scared, when we made mistakes, when we wanted to give up.
And what did we learn? We learned that failure doesn't mean you are not good enough. It means you tried.
Trying is brave. Trying is strong.
We also talked about being kind to yourself, like a good friend or a good manager.
Because you deserve that kindness too.
And we talked about small steps. Every small step counts. Every small success matters.
And keep going, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard.
I was nervous. I was very nervous, but I tried. And slowly, things got better.
That's the message. And I believe it, because I lived it.
We both did.
Okay, now we have our question of the day, and we love reading your answers in the comments.
So today, we have 2 questions for you. Simple questions. And please answer in English. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just try.
Question 1, can you think of a time when you tried something hard? What happened?
And question 2, how do you feel when you make a mistake? What do you do?
Write your answer below. Even one sentence is wonderful. We read your comments, and they make us very happy.
There are no wrong answers, just real ones.
And if you feel nervous to write in English, that's okay. Write anyway. Remember, I was nervous, but I tried.
That's the spirit.
Thank you so much for being here today. Really, from both of us.
This episode meant a lot to me personally. Sharing those stories, the football story, the job story, it's not always easy to share the hard moments.
But I think the hard moments are the most human ones. They connect us.
They connect us because everyone has them. Everyone has fallen down. Everyone has felt embarrassed or scared or not good enough.
And everyone has also stood up again. Everyone has also tried again.
You are not alone in this, and you are doing something wonderful right now. You are learning. You are listening. You are trying.
Even if you didn't understand every word today, that's okay. You heard English. You followed along. You stayed, and that matters.
Every minute you listen is a step forward. Every episode you watch is progress, even when it doesn't feel like it.
Progress is quiet sometimes. You don't always feel it happening, but it is. It really is.
So be proud of yourself today. You listened to a full podcast episode in English. That's not small. That's real.
That's real, and we're proud of you.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like the video. It helps more people find us. And subscribe so you don't miss our next episode.
We have more stories coming, more conversations, more English practice.
And we'll be here every time. Calm, slow, and ready to learn with you.
Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself today.
And remember, I was nervous, but I tried. And that's enough.
That is always enough.
See you next time.
Feel free to watch more videos here.